might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Guys, this is Epic Joker 69 and I'm bringing you a video on how to solve the Rubik's Cube. So I don't have a normal Rubik's Cube, the colors are a bit weird, but I hope that you can understand everything just fine using it. And I am recording this and doing everything on iMovie, so it's not going to be the best quality, but just keep that in mind. So the first thing you want to know is which side's opposite from which. So how I remember it is, so when white, or pink for me, is on the front, blue's on the top, and, well, red, I call it the red side, it's not that red, but red's on the right, and orange is opposite red, because they're pretty similar. Pink is opposite yellow, and blue is opposite green. Throughout the video, I will be using, these terms that you wouldn't understand, so I'll just teach them to you now. So they're called the notation, and they're what you use to figure out which face to move when I tell you an algorithm. So when I say F, so this is the front face, this is the up face, down face, right face, left face, and back face. So when we talk about them in the notation, we just use the first letter. So F, U, D, F, U, D, R, L, and B. So, when you say F, it would mean to turn the face clockwise. So, if you just straight up say that. But if I say small f, it would mean to turn the first two clockwise, rather than just this one. And then F prime would be to turn it anti-clockwise, so anti-clockwise if it's facing you. And then small f prime would be, same, except with the two faces. So then there's R prime, small r prime, L prime, small l prime, U prime, small u prime, and D prime, small d prime, and the back face, B, you don't really use it that much, but it's, B prime, small b prime. Yeah, so my fingers are a little bit dirty from touching the cube, and that's because the other day I used a thing called powdered graphite and lubed it with that. It turns a bit better, not too much better, but I'd still recommend using Rubik's or the Rubik's Cube brand if you want to lube your cube. So next you need to scramble your cube so that it's not solved anymore. Generally what I do is I hold it with two fingers there and two fingers right there, and push each side. Sorry about the camera angle. Yeah, and push each side until it's scrambled. So I'll be right back when I've finished that. Okay, so now I have it scrambled. So the next step that you need to do is you want to solve this white cross, which is pink on mine. So what the white cross is, it's just all the bottom face except for the edge pieces, not the corner pieces. So what you want to do is, if there's one already there, then just twist it so it's in spot, and then you want to line up one of the edges with its corresponding center, and then just move down. If it's on the top, like this is, just line it up so it's like that, and move it down twice. And if it's like this, you move it so that it's to the left of it, and move it down so it's facing it, which will also move that away, but then back down and bring that one back. Corners in. So you find one of the corners, and this one is green and orange, and so you find where it matches up to, which is there. So people say like they use algorithms for this. I don't really get how you need to, so I just move it so that it's away from that and bring the side up, put it back in, and just bring it down. Yeah, so then just keep doing that. And if it's in the right spot but it's oriented wrong, just bring that up so it's on the top. Yeah, and then move it to the side so that when you bring it back down, it'll be in front of where it's meant to go. And then just do the same thing. So same thing with this. Like that. So if you haven't noticed yet, we are solving the cube layer by layer. So now that you've done the first layer, you need to solve the second layer. So what you do is you find one of the pieces on the top that doesn't have yellow on it, on either side, and line it up so that the one at the front of it is lined up corresponding where it's meant to go, with the face it's meant to go, and then do this algorithm, which will be displayed like right here or something. So then U prime, so this is just the one to move to the left. U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F prime, F, U prime, F prime. So that just pairs them up and then brings it back in. So then do that again, line it up, and in this case I need to move it to the right, so I just do the same algorithm except with the opposite. So U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, oh sorry, F, U, F prime, and then U. So in this case, it's in there, but it's oriented wrong. So you just do the algorithm with a random piece, and it moves it out of it, and then just move it back in right after. So then U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. So we've got the first two layers solved. Now you want to get the yellow cross, so it will look exactly like the white cross or the pink cross, except it's yellow. So if you have a small dot, it doesn't matter which way you hold it. If you have an L shape, so you'll either have a dot, an L shape, the cross, or like me, you'll have just a bar across the middle. If you've got L shape, so one there, one there, one there, just ignore the corners at the moment. We don't need the corners. So then you hold it so that it's in the top left, so there'll be one there, and the middle piece. If you've got the dot, as I said, it doesn't matter which way you hold it. And if you've got the bar, then you hold it so it's horizontally, and do this algorithm. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. So on the dot, you'll now have the L. If you had the L, you'll have the bar, and if like me, you had the bar, you'll now have the cross on the top. You want to line up the edge pieces so that they're oriented correctly. So find two that are like in the right spot. You might have to move it around a bit. For my case, they were just right there. And if they're like I have them right next to each other, then hold it so it's got one at the side and one at the back. And if it's not like that, you'll have it so that there's two like opposite each other. Hold it so one's at the back and one's at the front, and do this algorithm. R, U, R prime, U, R, 2, U, R prime. So when I just say 2U, I just mean you do the same thing. Like when I say 2, you just do it twice. U, right? And then there's also another U. If you had the two opposite each other, they'll now be adjacent from each other, and just do it again. So now we want to get the corners in the right spot. So find one that's in the right spot. It doesn't necessarily have to be oriented correctly. I've got one right here that's in the right spot and oriented correctly. So, but then if you've got one, then you hold it so it's in the top right hand corner. And if you've got none, just pick a random corner, and after this, do it with one that you then have. So, U, R, U prime, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L. So now you'll have either the same case where you've only got one there, or if you might still have none, or like me, you'll have all four in the right spot. So now you want to orient all the ones that are in the wrong spot correctly. So what you do is you hold it so they're like this, with one in the top right hand corner, and do this algorithm: R prime, D prime, R, D. You'll notice that it's screwing up this thing, the bottom layer, but it'll solve itself later. So just keep doing this algorithm until your corner gets in there. So R prime, D prime, R, D. And then flick it over to the next corner and do the same thing. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, yep, R, D. So you'll just have to flick the thing maybe once or twice, and your cube will be solved now. Please leave a like and a comment, and subscribe if you want more videos. Thanks for watching. Peace.